So many of us in creative industries, like the game industry, are forced to learn constantly. Now, this is a very, very good thing, but it can be extremely intimidating to be put into a situation, a new job, where you need to learn a new skill or a set of new skills really, really, really fast. And typically, when we're told to learn something new, or we just have to learn something totally new to us, we tend to think of that famous 10,000 hour rule, that it takes 10,000 hours to get really, really, really world class, amazing, total mastery of any skill. So if you want to play chess at a world class level, you need to play it and practice it intentionally for 10,000 hours, or so the saying goes. However, when we think it like this, we tend to get bogged down very, very quickly by that daunting amount of time that it will take for us to master this task. And in reality, most of the things that we have to learn, not all of them, but most, don't necessarily need to be completely mastered for us to gain enjoyment from it, or for us to perform our job or task or whatever it may be. We don't necessarily need to master everything in our lives to get things done. So, Josh Kaufman, the author of a book called The First 20 Hours, which is an awesome book, I recommend you pick it up, he mentions that it only takes 20 hours to get decently good at any sort of task. Not a mastery level, not amazing, but good enough to the point where you can perform it decently. Maybe your friends will be a little bit impressed, or you can just kind of get things done without feeling like you're flailing around. You have a little confidence in whatever it is you're doing. Again, you won't be a master, you won't be amazing, but it only takes 20 hours to get good enough at any given task. And that's 20 hours of dedicated practice, not distracted time while watching Netflix. So when we tend to think of new tasks, new goals, whatever it may be, in kind of these 20-hour chunks, it makes things a lot easier to swallow and a lot easier to learn when we're not thinking about daunting numbers like 10,000 hours. And usually after 20 hours of learning something, you tend to figure out whether or not you want to keep going with it. It's kind of really clear at that point whether or not you want to quit doing the thing that you're learning, or if you want to keep going. And if you want to keep going, great. If you don't want to, also great. Just breaking things down into these 20-hour chunks makes things so much easier to learn.